As we're live.
We might be live on YouTube. I don't think we are live on, we're live on my personal Facebook, but we're not live on the business Facebook. So that's okay.
Okay.
Oopsies. Let's see. Okay. We are hopefully live. So if anyone sees this, totally comment and let us know you're watching. And I'm super excited because Malia Gomez is one of my really good friends, and we're like late friends. We became friends like was it 2 years ago?
A couple of years ago, yeah.
2 years ago, yeah, a couple of years ago. We met. She actually came out to Colorado. We had never met before through a mutual friend, and she came and stayed with me, and we became like, what's that, stepbrothers? Did we just become best friends?
Yeah, the funniest thing is that as soon as like people started seeing that I was talking to you on like Facebook and social media, they were like, "You work with Jamie?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "How do you know Jamie?" I was like, "Well, I met her. I stayed at her house." Like, it's super funny, but it was we
You
just
took a
became
really
best
cold
friends.
shower at my house. So in Colorado, this is like, I don't know who's watching right now, but in Colorado, we were on propane, and propane was a hot commodity up in the mountains. Like, it was a big ordeal to refill. So we would always turn our hot water heater down when we would leave. Well, we offered to let Malia and Sean stay at the house while we weren't there. And we didn't have hot water for Malia. So I felt that in Colorado, so that water is cold.
Yeah. And I was just like, "Oh, maybe something. I don't know. Just go with the flow."
Oh my gosh,
When it
that's
comes
so
to
good.
Jamie, we're always go with the flow. I learned
You're
that
always
from
so the
Sean, but I
fun.
really learned it from Jamie. It'll all work out.
It does all work out. And I don't know, I've lived by that a long time, and so far it still all works out, but I am getting better at planning. I'm getting much better at planning and making sure, although tonight I sent Malia a reminder. I was like, "Hey, we're still good for Facebook Live?" And I accidentally quoted the time in Pacific time because that's the time zone I'm in instead of Central time. So that's another thing that I'm learning. But I'm super excited because Malia, and so Brad and I launched this program recently that is for people to come in and be able to learn from people who are doing really big things, but at a really low cost of entry. And so we launched this program called the Educated Landlord. We announced it last week in our Facebook group. So if you are not in our Facebook group, go join it. It's Brad and Jamie Flanagan, Wealth Through Real Estate. And Malia is a phenomenal investor. So Malia, just kind of give a little bit of background on like what your business looks like, because you're a real estate agent, but your focus is flipping houses.
Yeah, so I am a real estate agent because I flip houses. I did not become a real estate agent first. That was an afterthought. It helps keep money in my pocket. Um, but we started flipping houses in 2.5 years ago, and
How
we
many
have
years?
2.5, maybe a year. Yeah, 2.5. So we
Really? That's it?
started. Yeah. Yep.
Ah, that's
So
wild.
we did start purchasing properties when a really long time ago, like 15 years ago, and we learned through the process of what we can and can't do. But really started flipping houses. We sold our company and started focusing on flipping houses. And this year we are on track to close 30, hopefully. I got
Amazing.
Yeah, we've closed 17 so far. 2 are going on the market this week and another couple in the next week or so, depending on timeline. So, yeah, it's pretty busy.
That is pretty
When
busy. So yes, I appreciate you joining me to do stuff like this, and always being willing to. You're totally in a place of contribution. Like, you're of the mindset of like giving back and helping, and I love that. Like, and it shows why you're so successful, right? Because
Yeah, I truly believe that the more you give, the more you get back. Um, and I'm not obviously I'm not in it to get anything back. I truly love helping people. My biggest strength is, helping people who own businesses or flip houses or, trying to get into investing and um helping them get their processes down, helping them, understand their numbers.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's really the hardest part that people forget. I had an investor one time tell me, um, she was she was doing a house and I have this calculator and she's like, "Oh man, that calculator would have helped me out, when I did my first flip because I forgot to calculate the interest." And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
you just kind
That's
of
the holding
assume."
costs.
Yeah, the
The
holding
holding
cost is
costs are
huge.
insane. So Malia is going to be joining us tomorrow for our very first masterclass in the Educated Landlord. And so we're going to go into digging into how she prospects for houses, how she calculates the investment and what work it needs. And we're going to dig into the processes and understand, like, how do you buy a house and know that it's going to be profitable, because you haven't lost money on any homes as far as I know, right?
Nope.
You've had pretty significant profits. I won't say it on my public page, but she's had really significant profits on her flips. So super, super successful investor. And it comes down to just knowing your numbers and your contractors really well. I think that's a huge win, like just from when we've even, being able to quickly look at a property and be like, oh, this is going to cost about this much is a huge part of just investing in general, is like
Mhm.
having the knowledge of having the experience to do it. And so you get to dig into her brain tomorrow and get to lean in on her experience and how she's gotten to be an investor with a very profitable flipping business. And I wanted to ask you, what do you think? So you partner with Sean, your husband, and the what is the biggest strength you would say that you have and the biggest strength that Sean brings to the table, and how you guys coordinate, like basically complement each other to make it successful?
Yeah, so he's the visionary for sure, and I'm the, implementer. Is that how you say
Yeah.
it?
Like,
So,
yes, I'm like, gosh, Malia, if you ever, you're a
um
phenomenal, like you get shit done.
I really can see things as a whole, and, um, I can really just put everything into its pieces and say, "Okay, this needs to go first, this is how we track this." Um, I'm very much a numbers person, I don't have a creative mind at all. Um, but Sean is very creative. He does a lot of creative financing, and I'm more of like a rule follower, but I have learned a lot to not be. And I really teach my kids like, don't be a rule. You don't have to be a rule follower. You can bend the rules, okay? You
The
can't
rules
break the
are meant to be
law, but
broken.
you can bend the rules. But Sean and we've always worked together. We've been together for 21 years. We just celebrated our 18 years marriage. We ran a successful business for 17 of those years when we started very young, sold that. But in that process, we learned a lot about how, Sean makes a path and I kind of just pick up the pieces as they go and put it all back together. I kind of say, Sean's
That's
like a
hilarious.
tornado.
I was just gonna say
Sean's
Tasmanian
like this,
devil.
yeah, Sean's like this big tornado, and he's like, making this huge path, and I'm in the background, just like, picking up the pieces, putting it all back together, making sure everything is flows smoothly.
I love that. So you have you said you have a really cool flip calculator, which I've played with, and it's amazing. And so you're going to be sharing that with our students tomorrow. Is that right? You're willing to share?
Yes.
Yay!
Yep.
Okay, so she's giving that away for free on our masterclass tomorrow. I'm super excited to dig in tomorrow and just, it's like, this is the cool thing is like, these are the questions that we as investors, like we flipped houses as a result of being a real estate agent. So it was like my client would need to sell and we'd be like, okay, let's just buy it and we'll flip it. And you flipped and you became a real estate agent. So you're an investor first and a real estate
Yes.
agent second. And I think that's really important because it'll be cool to have both of our perspectives on because so especially if you're a real estate agent watching this, I utilize flips as a marketing tool. So like I believe like if I'm flipping a house, I get to have a sign in the yard for 2 months, 3 months at a time. And people are going to call on that sign. So I look at it as a marketing, like that's an opportunity for marketing. And you're over here making it obviously really profitable. So my goal in tomorrow's masterclass is that you could take advantage of both of our knowledges and say, okay, how do I make my flip profitable? And I get to take advantage of it as a marketing tool for my business. And we'll talk more in depth on the class tomorrow. So thank you, Malia, for jumping on Facebook Live tonight. I know this is always a little, I don't know if it's intimidating for you. You didn't even say it was intimidating. You're like so chill and calm about the whole thing. Malia, I asked her to do stuff and she's just like, yeah, sure, let's do this.
I used to be very intimidated, but now I'm just like, all right, well, as long as Jamie's got it, she'll ask the questions, she'll lead the whole conversation, and I'm just like, I'm
Just,
good.
oh my gosh, I'm like, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll get the conversation going, and then you have the expertise, so it works out. Well, thank you for coming on Facebook Live. And so I will drop a link below for you guys to, if you would like to join the masterclass tomorrow, you're welcome to join that. If you see this after the masterclass has already taken place, it will be recorded so you can watch it after and then hop in our group, Brad and Jamie Flanagan, Wealth Through Real Estate.
All
Thanks,
right,
Malia.
see you later. Bye.